Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. And if you're new or just clicked on this video, thank you very much. My name is Alexis and this is the Goddess of Daydreams Tarot. Today I'm going to do a little something different. I kind of want to discuss about a certain energy that is going on in the spiritual community and the world in general. I will pull some cards on this energy in a couple of minutes, but I just kind of want to get my words out on this topic and kind of like hopefully if you're listening to this to be a little bit more aware of the environment and the energies that are coming to you. So recently I'm kind of noticing, and some other readers and people of astrology have been discussing, the current state of the world, and, especially in the US of A. I'm in the US right now. I am in New York. So definitely we're kind of getting an uptick of the chaos already on top of the chaos. So with all the planetary alignments happening, um, us readers are picking up on the intensity and how that is affecting the collective that we're in, and the dark collective. Now, it seems that a lot of readers have kind of taken up more on a negative sort of approach on the energies that are happening and are fleeing the country. Now, I'm going to say this, some people are accusing it as looking like fear mongering, and I can see it in that aspect. But I will say this: if you, a reader or a person that is sensing the energies and using your intuition, if there is a imminent threat that is coming to your environment, then by all means do what is necessary to move away from that environment. The imminent threat that might be coming for you, or is going to come to you or your neighborhood, then I understand you need to move. However, you must keep in mind that when you are sharing this information, you are kind of lowballing some people when it comes to this energy, especially people that cannot leave this country very easily. And the other thing that I would suggest is that if you are seeing whatever time shifts or timeline energies are moving around and you don't want to be in the US and you want to move or whatever you are, I would suggest you must keep this private. I have noticed a video the other day of some reader going in the airport, filming herself, saying like, "Oh, I've seen what is to come for the US. I'm getting out of here." Don't put that public, because what you are doing is you are making yourself a target for other low vibrational energies to attack you. So not only you're kind of moving, unless you know it's coming, but if you're moving in a state of fear, then fear is going to follow you. And if you post it, you are attracting more fear into your environment and into your travels. So please, if you are moving, make sure that you do it in privacy. Privacy is going to be key right now for these type of things. Now, going back to what I was saying, like the main point. Yes, right now, with all of the planetary alignments and the situation going on, everything does seem scary. It is scary. And I'll be honest, it's meant to be scary. Lately, for the past couple of like weeks, when I've been pulling cards, like for my own or for like others, I've been pulling some intense cards. Like just yesterday, I had put up a short, and one of the pulls that I did was the death card and the tower. That is a really intense energy already as it is, and I have gotten more of like that. However, going back, kind of snipping from what I was saying with the short, with the death and the tower, yes, it seems scary. Yes, it seems chaotic, but this has to be divinely orchestrated. This chaos, unfortunately, is necessary because as a society, we need to be exposed to the evils that have been running rampant under our nose for decades and centuries. And we need to take the necessary steps to move out of this energy and elevate ourselves. As a reader, like, let's just say, like, for my case, like, I can't really move too much. I just recently moved into a new apartment. And excuse me. But if I do have the chance to move, first of all, I'm not going to even let you guys know. But second of all, what I would want more importantly is that I don't want my collective or my people that are with me to feel left behind. I want you to elevate. I want you to grow and remove yourself out of these dark timelines. So as a reader and as someone that is of, spirituality, I just feel that right now, as a collective, we should be focusing on helping one another. Yes, make sure that you're secured and your energy is secure, but do not forget the ones that are extremely vulnerable, that are lost, and that are confused. So when I'm kind of looking at this energy right now, how people are saying, like, oh my God, bad things are going to happen in the US. I got to leave. Like, peace, y'all. That's a little it's a little unfair. Like, I'm going to say that because we have a responsibility that when we do see these energies, yes, we need to make sure to protect ourselves, but we also need to help and guide others to make sure that they get the help that they need, or be able to be ready to, like, what's the word I'm looking for? Be ready to, like, take on whatever energies are going to come through. Because in reality, not everyone is going to be able to leave the country. Some people, it's going to be finances. For some people, they don't want to lose what they have worked hard for. Like, some people don't want to leave their home that they have put their energy and love into. Some people don't want to leave other people behind. It's we have to be mindful of these things when we're posting online. And just because we see something bad, it doesn't really mean like it's going to actually happen. If anything, this is more like a heads up of, hey, there's an intense energy coming in specifically for this country. We need to learn how to maneuver it, or to face it, and to overcome it as a collective. So if you're a reader, or you're someone that practices esoteric stuff and spirituality, and you are sensing the dangers that are coming into the collective, you must, yeah, definitely share. Because I don't want to be like the person that's like, oh, love and light and rainbows and stuff. No, there are scary things that are out there that people need to be aware of. However, once you make it aware, you must guide those to help overcome and navigate these dark forces. Like, I just don't want to be like, oh yeah, there's like, it's kind of like, okay, the other day I had did this reading, and some really dark information was coming in. And one of the energies was like how some people wanted to eat certain organs for harnessing power. That is some really cryptic, dark shit. I will admit that. But I'm not going to leave it at that, like, there. Like, yeah, someone wants to eat your liver, and that's it. No, you have to explain, yes, there is a certain danger on, certain body parts or whatever. So you need to make sure you take certain steps. You remove certain people. You upgrade your boundaries, and you must guide whatever you are seeing so that the person can avoid getting their organs eaten. So I'm saying, in this time, as readers, yes, make sure that you explain that the threat or this energy is around, but make sure that you are helping whoever you're communicating to taking the necessary steps that are going to be fit for them or fit for their family or fit for their community. And then once you do that, then you make also whatever necessary steps for you to protect yourself and your family and your energy. So that's just kind of like my insight on this situation. And I really hope whoever is listening to this, be mindful of the energies that you are sharing and hearing. Definitely don't be going about what the news is saying. That is a machine to just always spew out fear. And also, don't be in fear, because when you are, it helps the Dark Collective grow and take control. And especially with the files being out and certain things being revealed, we should really take that energy and use it to our advantage. Because now that we are understanding how deep and dark these energies are rooted in this country or in your land or whatever, then we need to take the necessary steps to unroot this evil. And it all comes from us, ourselves. And then we help our loved ones. And that spreads. I am going to do a quick tarot pull because, Spirit, I need you to add on to the message that I'm sharing for the collective. Let me see. I think I might do 3 cards. Give me a second. I'm trying to shift the lighting a bit. Okay. I'll just leave it as that. Get 2 more. Okay, not surprised to see that there. And let me get 1 more. I do this. Why is there a glare? Okay, it's gonna bother me for a little bit. Let me just focus on getting this last card. All right. I will leave this at the bottom. Okay, yeah, this glare is going to kill me. Anyway, I will deal with it. So the first card that I have is the Hierophant. We need to establish like a really strong spiritual foundation for the collective and for those who are going to be coming after us. And I feel like right now, this is the best time where we are establishing, or we should be establishing, this foundation that we will overcome fear. We will overcome these trials. We will overcome these obstacles. However, we need to work together with our unique differences and experiences and talents and skills so that whatever is happening within these transitions and planetary movements, we can move accordingly. And this is not like the first time that there's always been chaotic situations when Saturn is shifting to certain planets or Neptune is retrograding in certain things. There's like a pattern going on. We are lucky enough to recognize the pattern. So now with this Hierophant, now that we have, the way I'm kind of looking at the Hierophant is that like now that we have certain knowledge accumulated from back in the day, from departments or from scholars, whatever information that has been collected, we can use it now to our advantage. So again, do not move and work in fear, because we have the resources to navigate through these times and figure out certain solutions to whatever issues that we're dealing with, especially when it comes to illusions and fear tactics. Next I have is the moon. Now, the moon is very important at this time, because what the moon is doing is revealing the hidden enemies. And apparently we have a lot of hidden enemies. There are still hidden enemies that we're unaware of, but we know that they are there. So with this moon card here, yes, everything is scary. The we don't know where the light is, but we have the moonlight, and that should guide us to parts that we have overlooked or turned our backs on or look away. Like, it's not an easy energy to work with, but we have to work with it. The moon is asking us to work with these secrets, and, well, not work with, but, see and understand and acknowledge the secrets that have been kept from us, the hidden enemies that have been playing in our faces. Also, through here with the moon, I also sense that once we're able to understand and grasp the evils that have been rampant in this land and across the world, we are able to find a weakness. And hold on one second, my brain just went blank. We're going to be able to find a weakness for whatever these hidden enemies are. It's going to be different for each and every one of them, but that's when us as a collective, the Hierophant, we come in with the knowledge that we have and the discipline when it comes to our emotional and spiritual and mental bodies. Last, I have is the Three of Wands. I love that this energy is here. It just lets me know that Spirit does have a plan for all of us in the collective. I know it seems like World War III is in our lap, but we have to trust and have faith that divine intervention will come in. And I believe divine intervention has stepped in many times to prevent that. However, I am going to say that as a collective, we should all be focusing on bringing in some type of divine intervention, like whatever deity or energy or spirit, or even, for God, whatever you work with tonight, pray, or tonight or tomorrow morning, or when you feel is the right time, you pray for divine intervention. You call for divine intervention. Divine intervention will happen, but as a collective, if we really put our focus and energy in this, it can come through faster. But we're not only going to just focus pouring all of our energy into bringing in divine intervention to the world, but we also have to pour our energy into healing ourselves and one another and breaking out whatever illusions and psyops that we have endured for decades and centuries. I do have at the bottom of the deck is the World card here. So it's like there is going to be an ending, but this ending is not what the Dark Collective is intending for. What's happening right now is that there has been, with this reveal of certain evils in this world, it has weakened their strength. It has weakened their position. So they're going to be more aggressive to show that they are in power, that they are in control, and that they rule everything. But that illusion is crumbling. It is dissolving. All right. Majority of the issues, unfortunately, that are coming out of the world is from people that are old and senile, and they are not prepared to leave this world. So they rather bring others down with them so that they feel good about themselves. But you're not going to be able to take all of us, or this whole world. This world was made for, in my belief, this world was made for us to experience the human life, to grow, to learn, to complete karmic lessons, to elevate. You cannot take that away because you are unhappy with the life choices that you succumb to or the type of lifestyle you decided to live. So I do like that this World card here is at the end, because yes, there is an ending coming, but it's not what we think, and we will still be here. Like, do you know how many times we have end of the world or the end of days go and come by, and we're still here? We're still going to be here, in one piece, definitely. But I do like also with this Three of Wands, it's like the help is coming, the clarity is coming, the assistance, the support is coming, or at least for what I see, that the divine intervention is coming. But we need to make sure that we are doing our part and helping others be grounded and be ready when that divine intervention comes, because it's not going to be like a snap and all the evil is going to disappear. No, we're going to have to put in some type of work. We're going to have to put in some type of energy for this bit of evil to be revealed and removed. I also like that we got 3 major arcanas here, very powerful. I do feel between now, Pisces season, and Taurus season, we should be really focusing on helping others ground their energy, clear their mind. Of course, make sure that they are aware of certain threats, but also remind them that they have the power to overcome these threats and overcome these evils and plans that the Dark Collective has been pushing on us. And with that said, I hope you guys enjoyed this reading. Please give it a like, share, and subscribe to my channel for more insight and messages. I would definitely appreciate it, and it will give tremendous support to my channel. And thank you to the new and current viewers and subscribers for coming to my channel to hear my messages. I hope my readings give you the insight, clarity, and the answers that you need during this time. And if you feel that this reading did not resonate, no worries. Feel free to check out the other readings on my channel. There's definitely a message there for you. So my collective, and definitely for the readers and the people who practice whatever spiritual aspect, please be mindful on how you communicate these energies towards the masses. Be a little bit more empathetic, knowing that certain people cannot do things that you are doing, especially with the moving. Like I said, move if you know that your energy or your presence is an imminent threat or an imminent danger. But don't move based on the fear energy, if you know what I mean. It's like, I was just explaining this earlier. Check with yourself and check with your intuition. You need to understand if your intuition is being guided by your higher self or being guided by fear. If your higher self is letting you know you personally or certain people need to move, then go ahead and explain and do so if they can. If not, then you must ask assistance from your team and from your angels and ancestors to make certain things happen, or make a plan so that way you or your loved ones or the ones that you're reading for are not going to be affected by these energies and by these dangers. And again, do not move based by fear. That's fear controlling you and going to put you in places or spaces where you don't belong, and that makes you a target. So please be mindful of that. And we don't want anyone moving around based in fear to put them in a certain danger. So again, please be mindful, be considerate of what you are sharing, what you are doing, what you are telling, and what you are experiencing, because we are in a very we're in a catalytic time. And yes, it's chaos, it's chaotic, it's supposed to be chaotic, but we got to learn to move through this chaos with grace and help those move through the chaos with a little more ease, so that we can get to the other side of where humanity and society needs to be. And with that said, stay safe and have a good day.